that I know that we are very busy people, like very, very busy. So just finding a bit of respite and then also being able to turn it off when there are major distractions as it comes, right? Because it will. And then from there, we will just kind of move through it and we'll be done within the hour. I feel like I need to say.
My sister's coming.
Exactly. Alrighty. Okay. Oh. I'm going to turn up the music just a bit. And we're just going to come into the present moment. Releasing any attachments to what is or what isn't. Any idea of holding on to concepts or trying to control anything. And just return into the present moment. So in this hero's pose with the blocks underneath the hips, just sitting up nice and tall, letting the spine get nice and long. And then you can close the eyes if that feels right for you today. Maybe bring the chin parallel to the floor. And just elongate through the spine. And start to breathe deep into the belly.
The neck was having like lost the strength in the hand.
And start to relax the shoulders. Releasing the jaw. And just starting to come into the present moment. Whatever it feels like to be in your body at this moment. Must be flexible in this world.
I am flexible.
Yes, you
We
are.
don't be, but you.
I hear you. I hear you. So maybe we just really lean into that, right? Really lean into that concept. And we handle it in stride. Just finding center. Let the face start to soften. Let the jaw release. Start to tap into the breath. And notice the breath rising and falling deep in the abdomen. Big breath in, equal exhalation. We'll start with some very gentle pranayama or breath work today, just placing the hands on the belly and noticing the inhalation as the belly rises and exhalation as the belly falls. And then we'll start with a counted breath. So begin to inhale for a count of 4, pause at the height, and then exhale for a count of 4. And then pause at the end of your exhalation.
Yeah, that would be cool. I got 2.
to return to a natural breath. And we'll bring the hands up into Anjali Mudra at our heart center. And setting the intention for our practice today. Maybe that's to be separate from distraction as it arises. Maybe to find our center throughout flexibility of mind, body, and spirit. Just let that intention sink deep into the heart space. Taking a nice big inhale to exhale to close that space. We'll rub the palms together, creating our own heat, our own energy, our own power. And once those hands are nice and toasty, warm, cupping them over the eyes. Blinking the eyes open underneath the palms. And then releasing the hands down as we come into this space. Let's come all the way down to our bottom. And let the legs come out straight ahead. Sometimes after hero's pose, there's some pins and needles, so we'll just work those out. Yeah. Go ahead and windshield wiper the feet. And then start to slow it down. We'll point and flex the toes. Snap, crack, pop. And then you can take a freestyle with those toes. And then just gently tap out the heels. Beautiful. Fantastic. From here, why don't we go ahead and find our sit bones, so moving the flesh away from the bottom of the bottom. We're going to activate through the feet, so the toes will shine up towards the sky, nice active legs. And from here, we're going to inhale, the arms are going to come all the way up, and we're going to start dynamic here. So we'll take a nice big inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, start to fold over the legs. Big breath in, come all the way up. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, good. Keep it dynamic. Gaze is at the imaginary horizon line all the way up. And then exhale. Last one, big breath in, get nice and tall through the spine. Exhale, sending that chest forward. Good. Maybe you take the toes, maybe you take the shins, maybe you take little stilts on either side of the legs. And we're just going to rock from left to right gently. When you're ready, maybe you come into stillness, take a nice halfway lift, and then just start to sink forward just a little bit. This is a big one. A lot of stretching happening here. The entire back of the body. Maybe you let the chin fall towards the chest. A couple breaths just deep into the kidney space. Good. We'll use the stilts of our fingertips and walk them back towards the hips. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and extend that. Keep that right leg out. Bring the left heel into the pubic bone. Beautiful. We're going to take that navel and shine it towards the outstretched leg. We'll take a nice big inhale in. And then exhale. Same thing. We're going to hinge forward and then come all the way back up on that inhale. Good. Yoke the breath and the movement. And let's let this be our last one. Big breath in, come all the way up. And then exhale, folding forward. You can place the hands on either side of the heel and rock it out, or you can hold on to the foot, or maybe you cross the wrists. Take a nice big breath into your halfway lift, and then exhale. Maybe you sink down just a bit deeper. You can let the chin fall to the chest. And just explore where the breath goes in this moment. Is it deep in the kidney space? Is it in the belly, pressing into the thigh? Good. When you're ready, let's go ahead and stilt the fingers on either side of the leg. And then we'll inhale, slowly come all the way up. Beautiful. Okay, nice, beautiful stretches through the back of the leg today. Let's go ahead and switch out the feet. Right foot comes into the pubic bone, left leg is extended. We're going to stay nice and flexed through that.
I'm on this side. This side, my left side is
Tighter. Yeah.
much tighter.
So it's your non-driving leg, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of happens over time.
Yeah.
We're seated, especially when we're driving a lot or moving a lot. It can, like through using a car, then we can find that there's a bit more stiffness and tightness, especially in this left side.
Yeah.
Not always the case, but
Yeah.
all right, beautiful. So we're gonna take that navel and shine it towards the extended leg. We'll inhale here, bringing the arms up, and then exhale, we're gonna hinge forward. We're gonna do a few of these. Good, big breath in all the way up. And exhale. Good, big breath in, come all the way up. And exhale. Big breath in. And exhale. Last one, big breath in, coming all the way up. Set yourself up for success here. Nice tall spine. And then exhale, coming all the way down. Place the hands where it feels best. Good, big breath in. We'll come up halfway lift. And then exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Maybe bring the chin to the chest. Find the breath here. Maybe it's deep in the kidney space. Maybe you're sending the breath where you need it the most, especially if there's some tightness in this side of the body. Good, we'll start to take a nice big inhale, walk the hands back towards the ears. Fantastic. Let's come all the way over into our tabletop. Beautiful. How do the knees feel on this floor?
Okay.
Okay. All right. If at any point you need to take a blanket or you'd like an extra mat, I can grab you one. All right. So let's go ahead and start with some free flow here. So curl the toes under just for a little stretch in the feet, and we're just going to take some big circles. Inhaling forward and exhaling. Good. And we'll go ahead and switch directions when it feels right. And start to slow it down. Coming all the way back into our tabletop. From here, we're going to do C shapes with the spine. So inhale at neutral, and then exhale. Go ahead and look over that left shoulder to the left ankle, and then inhaling back to center, and then exhaling, bringing out the right shoulder, right ankle. Good, and just keep flowing through this, gentle, gentle. Beautiful. Wherever you are, make this your last round. We'll meet back in neutral. And we'll start with our cat-cow. as you flow through your cat-cow, you can see where you'd like to hold it and come into static. Maybe you sit here for a moment and just take a couple of breaths. Maybe you find your cat or your cow and just breathe into it momentarily. Make our way back into stillness. Fantastic. Let's keep the right hand where it is and we'll prep for thread the needle with the left arm all the way up. Good. Find that rotation and then thread the needle under. So find a couple of breaths here. And if you like, you could always bring that right hand to the sacrum palm face. If the palm is on the sacrum, start to bring it back down to the mat. We're going to press the hips back and ragdoll out that left hand, coming all the way back to our tabletop. Beautiful. Let's take it to the other side. Right arm comes up. Find the rotation. And then go ahead and send it underneath the left arm. Take a couple of breaths here. And then we'll bring that left hand up to the sacrum, palm face down. So the palm, to ground. Beautiful. Start to make that left hand to the earth. We'll send the hips back and ragdoll out that right arm, coming back into our tabletop. Let's find our blocks. And just be mindful if you're practicing in socks that you're not slipping. Find our blocks on our lowest level, the head of the mat, shoulder distance apart. So spread the fingers nice and wide, lining up the hip crease to the short end of the block. Good. Roll the toes under, and we're going to come all the way up into our first downward dog in the morning. Go ahead and rock it out, pedal out the feet, shake out the head. Press into the block, sending the hips up high. Make this about the spine, less about the hamstrings, the calf. Keep pedaling it out, keep it dynamic. Yeah. We don't want to shock the system. Beautiful. Let's start to make our way into stillness, really pressing the blocks away, the earth away, sending the hips up high. Good. Let's take that right foot and send it up to the sky and then find it between the blocks, whether you step or place it there. Good. Come down to your low lunge. Knee. Good. Let's walk our hands all the way up for our crescent. Beautiful. Big breath in here and then exhale. Let's take half angel, bringing the shoulder blades together. Maybe you start to lean back just slightly in this tiny little back bend. The gaze can be at neutral if this is too much for the cervical spine. Good. Big breath in. Bring it all the way back up. And then we'll meet with our hands back at our blocks. From here, we're going to take the right hand, and you can place it on the back of your head. And then we'll inhale, peel that shoulder up. Maybe the arm comes up. If that's too much, keep it on the back of the head. Good, big breath here. And exhale, go ahead and release that rotation. Fantastic. Let's find our half Hanumanasana. So I'm gonna flip the blocks. You can do that or not. And then we're gonna walk the blocks back. We're gonna start to peel the toes up. Okay. So from here, I like to stilt the fingers, get nice and tall, and then I'm going to hinge over this imaginary ballerina bar and start to lower and fold over the extended leg. Check in with the hips. That right hip tends to sneak up a bit. Maybe you tuck it back, send the left hip a bit forward just to level out the pelvis. It's like a micro movement. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and walk the blocks back up. Bend deep into that front knee, come out of it. Fantastic. From here, meet in a high lunge. Beautiful. And then we're going to, with control, step that back foot up to meet the right. Good. You can hold on to opposite elbows here and just ragdoll it out for a moment. Gently tuck the chin in towards the chest. Beautiful. Start to slow it down. Go ahead and hold onto your blocks. You're going to send that left foot back into your high lunge and then take your low lunge. Knee down. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come all the way up and we're going to send this shin through the midline. Good. Setting up for our warrior two with our knee down. Beautiful. Start to press through this front leg so that the knee and the heel are in alignment. Palms face down. Go ahead and relax the shoulders down. Good. Maybe you're gently allowing the pelvis to tuck ever so slightly. From here, let's find our peaceful warrior. Inhale forward, flip the palm, and then bring it up over the head. Good. Still leaning deep into that front leg. Beautiful. Let's come back to warrior two. Fantastic. Let's find our extended side angle here. Inhale forward, maybe the shin comes to the top of the thigh. Then we're gonna wipe the face with that back arm. Good, yeah, beautiful. Breathe here, deep opening into the rib cage. Fantastic. Inhale, come all the way back up to warrior two. Feel the energy coming out of both sides of the fingertips. Good. Let's go ahead and find our low lunge. Beautiful. Let's flip those blocks back to level one. Shoulder distance apart. We're going to curl the back toe and slowly and gently make our way back to a downward facing dog. Pedal it out, keep it light, keep it fluid. Good. And when you're ready, just bring the knees down and we're going to find ourselves in a wide-legged child's pose. Now the arms can be outstretched in front of you, or more restorative and recovery posture is to place the hands stacked on top of each other and the forehead on top of the feet. Breathing deep into the kidney space. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and start to slowly make our way back up to tabletop. Fantastic. Find your blocks and we'll make our way back up into downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, keep it light. come into stillness, and then we're gonna lift up through that left leg and step or walk the foot in between the hands. Come down to your low lunge. Beautiful. You okay? From here, let's find crescent. Is it too much on the knees? Susan, is it too much on the knee? No? Your stance might be a little, like, too close, is what I've noticed. Yeah, try that. Here you go. From here, we'll take a nice big inhale in, and then exhale, go ahead and bend deep into the elbows for half angel. Shoulder blades pressing together. We're opening through the chest. Maybe you gently look up. Maybe not, that's okay. Beautiful, come back into crescent. And then go ahead and find your hands back on the blocks. We'll take that left hand to the back of the head. Big inhale in, go ahead and find your rotation. Yeah. Good modification. It's okay. Breathing here in this rotation. Big breath in. And exhale, let's go ahead and find that hand back to the block. I like to take my blocks on level 2 as we prepare for half Hanuman. Toes shining up towards the sky. First, I'm going to elongate through my spine so I'm nice and tall. Then I'm going to pretend I have that imaginary ballerina bar over my hips, and then I'm going to spill over that. Breathing deeply here, send the breath where you need it the most. Good, and let's slowly bend into that front knee, come all the way back to our low lunge. From here, we're going to come into our high lunge, so tuck those toes and bring that knee up. Yep, we can still use the blocks for support. Fantastic. Now we're going to bring that right foot to meet the left. Beautiful. Go ahead and ragdoll it out, grabbing onto opposite elbows. Maybe you switch the hold to the opposite hold. Allow for that chin to drop towards the chest. Beautiful. Start to come into stillness. We're going to hold on to those blocks. We're going to find our way back into a low lunge with the right knee down. Beautiful. From here, we're going to make our way into our warrior 2, but this back shin will cross through the midline of the mat. Beautiful. I always like to adjust this so it's more in alignment with my knee. For some people, that's good. For others, they don't like that. That's okay too. From here, we're going to press into this front leg so that the heel and the knee are in more of alignment. Allow for the arms to outstretch nice and long. You're going to feel energetically like they're being pulled in opposite directions. Warrior 2 with the knee down. Good. Let's find peaceful warrior. Inhale forward, flip that palm, raise it up to the sky, pressing deep into that front knee. Beautiful. Come back to warrior 2. Fantastic. Let's take extended side angle. Inhale, find your reach. Go ahead and bring the thigh and the forearm together. Wipe that back arm across the face and find that long line from the tip of the fingers down to that knee. The gaze can be at neutral, at down, or looking up, whatever feels right in the cervical spine. Good. From here, bring it all the way back to warrior 2. Gorgeous. know that you are gaining bone density here. So if there's some shaking and shimmying going on, that's what's happening. These are load-bearing, weight-bearing postures. They help with rehabilitating bone loss. Good, let's go ahead and find our blocks and then just adjust so we are back in our low lunge with our right knee down. Fantastic. From here, let's flip the blocks. And we're gonna make our way to our downward facing dog. Good, beautiful. Pedal it out, keep it light, keep it playful. When you're ready to come into stillness, you can take a few breaths deep into the back body here. Gaze is between the thighs. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and start to walk the feet up towards the front of the mat. Fantastic. From here, bend deep into the knees. Let them take the weight of the body, and we're slowly going to roll all the way up into Tadasana or mountain pose. Palms face forward. Feeling rooted through our feet, and then we're also lifting up like a mountain into the sky. The head is floating above the shoulders. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come into our standing leg, and that will start on the right side. So let that right foot, the toes get nice and rounded into the mat. We're going to find a drisdi, a little fleck or a focal point, something that doesn't move. And then we're going to inhale, find our bandhas, Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, and start to lift up here. From here, we're just going to draw that left knee up. Beautiful. Maybe you start to hold on to that left knee. Good. With the left hand or both hands is fine. From here, we're going to open the left knee up. Yeah, that's all right. Beautiful. Good. Let's bring it back to center. And then we're going to take tree. So from here, you can place that foot on the shin, the calf, the top of the right foot, maybe the thigh. And if you fall out, just find it again. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bring the arms all the way up and release. Good. Shake out that standing leg. Beautiful. We're going to do the same thing opposite side. So finding the root through the left foot into the earth. Get nice and heavy into that left side. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Find the lift deep into the abdomen. Good. From here, we're going to find your drisdi or a focal point, and then go ahead and lift up through that right knee. We're going to keep it at neutral. From here, let's go ahead and open up through that right knee. Beautiful. You can take the wall too, it's always an option. And then from here, we're going to find tree. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring your branches up and then release it. Shake out that standing leg. Woo, woo. Working you hard today. Let's go ahead and step back with the left foot. Toes spin out to the left edge of the mat. Good. You might want to bring in your blocks for this to make it a bit more restorative. Good. From here, we're going to stand nice and tall and take our star pose, right? Good. Then bring the hands to the hips. We're going to inhale, lengthen through the spine, and then fold over with a nice flat back, coming all the way down. Maybe the hands take the block. Good. Let's place the right hand in the middle of our block, which is right underneath our head. And then we're going to find a nice gentle twist. Maybe you lift up through that left hand. Maybe it comes to the hip. That's okay too. Good. And then we're going to gently switch it out. Moving with the breath. Deep inhalation, find your expanse. Exhalation. Inhalation, find your expanse on the other side. Good. Beautiful. Last rotation here. Good. And then you can come all the way down. Maybe you stack the blocks so the head can rest on the blocks, and you walk the fingertips to the opposite edge of the mat. Beautiful. Fantastic. From here, let's slowly start to make our way with our hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to bring the hands to the hips. And then we're going to lift up. Beautiful. Nice and safe. Gorgeous. And then we're just going to come back to the feet at the head of the mat. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and find our feet as wide as the width of the mat. Good. Now, you might find that it's better to stack up a little seat behind the hips for our Malasana squat.
Ooh.
Ew.
Do you have
It's
to?
because I care.
You care.
I care. Good. So from here, go ahead and
I hate
find.
that one.
I know. Find your Malasana
I might have to
squat.
go wide.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh,
Good. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and press the hands together and press the elbows into the thighs. That looks great. Allow whatever it needs to move to move energetically through the bodies. Good. Sometimes we find resistance, right, in a posture, in a thought, in an understanding. How can we flow through it? How can we find space? More accepting of what is. And these more challenging postures can really bring that up to the surface quick. So we just take our time with it. We know that it's temporary. And before you know it, I'm having you lift up your hips nice and tall. Go ahead and remove your blocks. We'll come down to tabletop for our transition. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and find a gentle seat and then come to staff bent knee. Fantastic. From here, we're going to extend that right leg all the way out, toes shine up towards the ceiling. Maybe the left foot crosses over the right thigh. From here, we're going to grow nice and tall. Maybe we hook on to that thigh with our right elbow. Big breath in here, find your length, and then exhale. Maybe you rotate to look over the left shoulder. Every inhale growing a bit taller, every exhale bringing out a bit deeper.
Did you order COVID tests, free COVID tests?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're on the government
Oh, I
website.
didn't see that. No, we have so many.
I do too, but I threw a lot of them out.
Yeah, that's true. They do expire.
Yeah. Give them 6 months after, but anything before that I threw out.
Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Big breath in, inhaling, and then exhale. Go ahead and release the twist. We're going to counter twist. Take your palms, opposite side, and just lean over. Woo! That always feels nice after that. Come all the way back up. Fantastic. Go ahead and release the feet. We're going to switch it out. Left foot long. Right foot steps over the left thigh. Inhale, lengthen here. We're gonna find our twist. Maybe the elbow hooks onto that right thigh. Inhale, lengthening here, then exhaling, twisting to look over the left shoulder, right shoulder. My apologies. I'm flipped now. Breath in and exhale. Let's go ahead and gently release the twist. We're going to take our palms and place them onto the left side and just release into the earth here. Good. Coming all the way back up. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and make our way all the way down to our back. Make sure you have a block handy. Good. Let's keep the knees bent here. We're going to find ourselves in a supported bridge. So we're going to bring the heels in towards the sit bones. And then we'll inhale and keep our block at its lowest level. Shimmy it underneath the sacrum. So closer to the tailbone than you might think, not on the low lumbar. This should feel immediately good. If it doesn't feel good, then you just need to play with the placement of the block, come all the way down to the floor. And from here, we're going to come into bound angle, bringing the palms of the feet together, knees fall wide. Just a few breaths just like this. Releasing the psoas, which is again something really refreshing if you drive a lot or sitting at a desk. This could be a really nice healing posture for that. Good, and when you're ready, you can have the hands help the thighs back up to neutral. And let's knock the knees together and then heel toe the feet out as wide as the mat. Making a little triangle with the knees. And just notice the shift in the pelvis here from open in the bound angle to close now with the knees together. Good. And let's find neutral. Bringing the feet hip distance apart and walking the feet back underneath the knees. From here, I invite you to take a nice deep breath in and flip the block to level 2, or if you'd rather stay here, maybe you play with lengthening one leg out, long, and then the other. Deep breath in here. Start to find your way back to level 1 if you're up, or you can start to move those feet closer to the hips if you're out long. gonna take a nice deep inhale, lift the hips up high. Go ahead and remove the block, and then on your exhale, come down vertebrae by vertebrae until the hips are all the way back to the earth. From here, just gently windshield wiper the knees. I like to let one knee fall to the midline and then one away from the hip, but you can take it however it feels right for you. And just allow it to be fluid, moving from left to right. Good. Starting to come into stillness. We'll bring the knees into the chest. And rock that gently from left to right, massaging through the kidney space. Chilly? Is it chilly? That's good to know. It's our first round, right? So I'm a little toasty over here. Yeah. Good. Well, I can adjust that momentarily. Beautiful. So just bring the knees into the chest. Good. Give yourself a nice big squeeze here. We're going to prepare for our final rest. So I'm going to come by and give you a bolster for underneath the knees. Would you like a blanket? No? Okay, just little chilly. Do you want it over the hips to ground the hips? Up to you. Yeah, take your final rest. Let me turn that off. Beautiful. So just breathing deeply here, completely releasing into the earth. Take just a few moments in this place of gentle relaxation, allowing the body to receive the practice.